So I have 1 pound of ground beef, half of a small onion, and the tops of 2 green peppers I chopped up small. And then I cut the bell peppers, so I have to clean that off and take that off. Cut the tops off, getting them ready. And in this little pan, I used minute rice, and I just used half a cup, which will yield a whole cup of minute rice. But because my husband can't have many carbs, so we have to keep back on the rice with him. And then, just a minute, I opened a can of stewed tomatoes. Save-A-Lot brand is my very favorite. If you can't find that, Contadine is the next best. But I took a knife and cut the tomatoes up small in the stewed tomatoes. And after the ground beef and that is cooked most of the way, I will drain it and add all this to it and a little bit of tomato sauce too. I went ahead and added just a half of a cup of whole kernel corn in it because I like it in there. And now I'm going to drain all this. The hamburger's almost done. It could be cooked a little bit more. That's when I want to put it in the peppers. So I drained the ground beef mixture and I put it in this bowl, this baking dish. And, oh, there's my oven saying it's ready for the peppers. Anyway, I added, I don't know if I said this, I added half a cup of corn, whole kernel corn. And I'm going to have half a cup of rice, yields in the minute rice, a cup of rice. So there's a cup of rice in here. I have to watch my husband's carbs. And then I filled the peppers. There they are. Oh, and I also added a cup of tomato sauce in here. Now I got to move the mixture out of the way a little bit so I can put the peppers down in there. Back in a minute. Okay, so I have my 2 bell peppers in here and the rest of the stuffing around it. I have it in a Corningware baking dish. And I'm going to put it in a 350 degree preheated oven. We'll see how long it takes. Back in a minute. I forgot to say, I went ahead and added a lid on this, and after about 20 minutes to a half an hour, I'll take the lid off. So I ended up taking this out of the oven about 55 minutes on 350. And we don't like our peppers hard, but we don't want to mush either. So I decided I took them out about 55 minutes. See how they look? And then I will let them sit in here for about 10 minutes. 10 more minutes to cook a little bit more, but they're softened. They're just not mushed. So I'll be back in a minute and we'll see how they taste. I'll also leave all the ingredients in the description box below. So here's my plate. I like to put a little of the extra stuffing around the pepper. And it looks just about right for us. It's softened, but it's not mush, you know. So I'm going to cut a piece and I'll be right back and let you know how it is. So here it is. I cut a piece. Let's see if it's not too hot for me. I'm going to take a bite. Just like the old-fashioned kind we used to eat when we were kids. It's delicious, guys. I love it. Look at all that good juice that came out of there. So I would say, depending on your pepper, if your pepper's thicker or smaller or bigger, it might make a difference. But 55 minutes with the lid on all the time. And then I left the lid on 10 minutes after I took it out. It's just right. The pepper's tender and softened, and the stuffing part is delicious. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope you try this. You can always make more peppers, too. Just add to the recipe, you know, double or triple or whatever that recipe. It's really tasty. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye. You know me, I'm always forgetting something. So anyway, I went back. Instead of a cup of tomato sauce, I added 1.5 cups to this filling. And I forgot to say that. I'll have it in the description box. But I also went back after about 20 minutes and I added 1/4 cup of water, 1/8 cup on each side of the peppers, because it looked like it was drying out a little. It's just perfect now. So if you want to try that, you might want to add just a tiny bit of water to it. And it didn't affect the taste of the sauce. It's delicious. Okay, sorry, I'm always forgetting. Sorry, guys. Bye-bye.